Hi designers and creators, welcome to my Photoshop tutorial. In this video I'll be showing you how I design this product design flyer, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell just so you can get updates for new content. Thank you very much, and let's get into it. Alright, now so first of all you're just gonna start putting in your product. Try and place it and at the center. Make sure that it according to your preference. So here I'm just gonna put it this way. It's not exactly straight, but like it just looks okay. Put your solid background color. Right now I'm going to be using navy because it's suitable for this product design. So I'll be working with blue colors just to make it clear. So here I'm going to be adding a lighting effect. So I'm going to start by creating a selection shape. So here I'll be adding specifically a gradient fill within this selection. So I'm going to go here, say I'll be doing a light blue. Doing light blue color. Just see if I could get it. Yeah, perfect. So I'm just gonna also edit the white section. So let me see. Yes. All right. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna add our gradient fill within this, and then we're gonna turn this thing into a lighting effect. So you're gonna go on filter, convert it into a smart object so you can edit it. Filter, and then you're gonna go into Gaussian blur. Then try and maximize it, make it more so that it creates this lighting effect that we need. So yeah, it looks perfect. So going forward now, we're just gonna be creating a reflection for this product. So we have to kind of convert it into a smart object once again. Then we're going to reflect it vertically, and then we're going to slide it downwards just so it shows a reflection. So it's like we are creating like a shiny floor or whatever, you know. So yeah, I'm just going to try and find a suitable place where I could actually put it in. It's a bit tricky. This one also needs you to kind of like reshape it and manipulate it. I'm gonna do it at a later stage, you're gonna see, but for now I just wanted to show you how I just quickly do a reflection. And yes, this is the one. It might not be as realistic as we might expect it, but just for you to get to understand. All right, now so we're just gonna make it to be a bit faded just so it creates a difference between the actual product and a reflection, because it reflects within that specific flow or whatever, so it can't be the same opacity. So we're just gonna try and play around with that, and we're gonna add some little bit of shadowing underneath our product just to be a bit realistic. So yeah, just gonna make it like this. I put it there. So you have to customize your brush into this shape. So yeah, now it looks better, but it seems a bit too much, so we have to customize that shadow once again. So yeah, try and put it so now I'm duplicating the same product, trying to create a shadow once again. So making it a bit blur with a color fill. Let me see. All right, yes. So I'm just gonna try and reflect it once again. I have to actually reflect it to flip it to vertical, and then just gonna place it here, because remember the lighting here, it comes from the back, so here in front it actually has to be a bit darker. Yeah, so we're trying to create that effect. So we're just gonna distort it just a bit, distort it, and then place it. Just be creative with it and see if maybe it looks perfect for you. This is not really perfect, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. We're gonna try and customize it until it looks a bit better than what it is now. Right, so moving forward now, I'm just gonna try and actually decrease the opacity on this thing. Try to remove it just a little bit. It's not quite clear, but the shadowing is there. So yeah, moving forward, we're just gonna customize our shadow underneath there so that it doesn't look like the bottle is flowing, so that it looks like it's on the ground, on the floor. Then yeah, all right, so now we're just gonna try and customize our shade of our reflection. We kind of need it to be a bit darker than the actual product, so you're gonna decrease the opacity just so it gets a bit more settled. So we don't need it to be too much, so that it actually creates the same effect that I told you. There needs to be a difference between the reflection and the actual product. So we're just gonna group it and rename it. So remember guys, you should always group your projects or just your work process becomes more easier when you group and name your files and all of that. So here I just added this crystal image that I found. So I'm just gonna try and find a suitable way I could place it on opposite ends. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and find a good where I could place it. Yeah, I think this one is also good. So yeah, I'm just going to be playing around with this crystal thingy. I feel like it actually plays along with this glass and the color of this product. I felt like it gave the same look or energy. So try and kind of make it to be more random, because for now you can see that they kind of look like they're duplicates. So we're trying to create it, just create this random look. You know, they shouldn't be too clear that there's like two same images that are being duplicated. So I'm just gonna be adding this this cloth. I found it a bit suitable for this because we are mainly focusing on this luxurious theme effect, and yeah, for this print, because yeah, I felt like it was gonna be suitable, so I had to find this silky cloth. And I'm just gonna find ways I could place it. So I'm gonna put it here on the corners. Preferably it could be still perfect without this cloth. It's just I just thought of something extra actually, you know. I thought of something extra, so I thought I should add these. So yes, just gonna put it on opposite ends right on the corner. So I see the color here, it's a bit greenish. So we're gonna put some saturation effect on it and make it to be the same as the product, because the theme here is we are playing around with blue colors, you know. So I'm just gonna group them, rename them. I have two, and then I'm just gonna this hue saturation. So we're gonna colorize them and see if it's perfect. Sometimes you can use the actual color, and the good thing about using the actual just without colorizing it actually takes the original lighting and shadowing of that particular material, and you're just changing in the color. It becomes more what can I say, realistic, because the shadows, they don't get to take the color of the object, whatever object that you're dealing with. Because when you colorize, also even the shadows, they get to be colored, they get to take the same color of the whatever thing that you'd be working with at that time. So yeah, this is just another hint there. So going forward, we're just gonna try and arrange our projects, rename any layer. So we're gonna rename our background and just arrange everything correctly, and then we're gonna add a background image here. I found this background, and I thought it was going to be also suitable for this project, mainly because it also has this shiny, glossy, luxurious feel. I felt like I could find better ways I could play around with it. So here I'm just trying to make it to fit within this image. So I just placed it on screen, and then I placed a saturation just to colorize it based on my preference. So there are images that you can actually colorize, and there are images that you can just customize them without having to colorize your hue and saturation. So I'm just gonna try and group these. Or first of all, I'm just gonna apply a blur effect, because now we have a focus point. So our focus point is the project. So where there's our project, we have to make sure that it's a bit more clear or less blur, if I were to say. So this is what I just did. I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm trying to decrease the opacity there, add back our lighting and see how it looks. So it looks perfect because the background is not our main focus. So we're just gonna add this little crystal rock, I don't know what to call it, and then I'm just gonna move the background because I just need only the crystal rock or whatever. So it looks a bit too light blue. I need it to be less saturated and dark navy blue. So I'm just gonna customize it and see. No, actually I think colorizing might actually do on this one. Like let me see. All right, I think it's actually okay. Yeah, I think it's perfect. So yeah. It's just gonna be just right close to our product design, as if it's like the main essence of this product. So we're just doing a custom made art here. So yeah, we're just gonna do a crystal flavor perfume, I don't know. But yeah, let me see. So here I just did a reflection, same technique that I used when I did the reflection of the product. So remember, it shouldn't be more clear than the product, it should be less clear. So I'm just gonna put some shadowing underneath there. So the tricky part about this one is it has the lighting underneath, so it's a bit tricky, but now it's still gonna apply because it's not gonna be zoomed in as now. There is a way I could actually create some effect that would represent something that reflects light even passing through, but since it's not going to be our main focus, I'm not really going to dwell much into that. Just going to add shadow and see if, so I should make sure that the shadow is not too dark because there's still lights underneath that crystal. Or yeah, you see. So yeah, I'm just gonna find ways I could customize it perfect. So another thing, we need to add some reflection within our subject now, because as we can see, the crystal is in front now, you see. So you're trying to make a reflection of some sort, though it's not too realistic, because if you can pay attention so much, you can see that the reflection, we need to see the back side of this rock, but we are seeing the same view as in front of this. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but like we're only seeing the front part of it, and we're not seeing the reflection on how it looks like at the back of this rock. But yeah, we just find ways to manipulate it not to look the same way. So I just distorted it there, and then yeah, kind of looks a bit better. So just trying to decrease its opacity so that it doesn't look too clear, as if it's also a thing that is there. It should look like a reflection. Luckily it's not too bad. It looks a bit perfect. So we are just trying to find ways we could actually make it look more realistic. Let's see. Alright, so now I'm just applying the same product on top of this reflection so that it also allows the reflection that are within the product to also show in the design, because the reflection might cover up the details that are within the product. So we're trying to add it on top of this reflection so that it shows the details that are within the product. So yeah, we're just arranging this, rename it. Don't forget to rename your files because it makes it easy for you to work. This video, I might be too fast on this one, but please, if you need like a step by step on how to do each and everything that I'm doing here, please do comment down below. I'm willing to actually kind of do something like that for you. So yeah, here I'll be adding like some motion blur. So here I'll be creating this effect as if like the crystals are flying. Yeah, I don't know, but I can only think of like how they sound, like, that shoo effect. I don't know, but like, yeah, we just kind of put that shoo effect. That yeah. I hope you get me, bro. You have to get me. So we're just trying to put that now. We fixing that shoo effect. Some shoo. Some shh. Yeah. All right. So we're just trying to fix that now. Just trying to fix that. Let's see. I think this is okay. So the problem now, I'm just trying to create this the focus point. So I feel like this big rock is a bit too clear. We have to make it a bit more for blurred out and less opacity. So I'm just gonna show you how I do that. So I'm just gonna go back into it, then add some filter, Gaussian blur. You see now. So now it's a bit too blurred out. So it shows that the focus is mainly on the product and not on the thing, but it actually gives off this nice look. So I'm just gonna add back that shoo effect. It's called motion blur, by the way. But yeah, decrease the opacity there, and then yeah, no, it looks perfect for me. It looks really nice. So yeah, moving forward, we are basically gonna be trying to see if everything is perfectly aligned according to our preference, and then see that everything is just in the right place. So I noticed something. This silky cloth, like, they're a bit sportable, that it's like the same thing used twice. So I'm trying to see if I could randomize it, arrange it in a way that is not really similar, or what do you call it, symmetrical. Yeah. So trying to see. It looks okay. You can see, but it looks okay. Maybe I can see because I'm the one designing this. All right, but yeah, if you see, then. But yeah, I mean, so going forward now, we're just gonna try and add some text in it. To this part of my life. It's actually, it's not nice, man. Typography is actually not easy, I have to be honest. But hey, luckily on this one, I actually did figure it out. Maybe an easy way in, way out, or like I quickly got something nice. Usually I struggle a lot. But hey, I'm just gonna try and see if I could add some taste in it. So we're trying to add some lines just on the side, just to customize it and look a bit more luxurious. Let's see if I can add the stroke. So just making the stroke to be a bit more thick. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, no, it actually looks perfect now. It actually looks good. So I'm just gonna add another random text there, because it's just a custom made. It's not really specifically for like like advert use. It's just so I'm not gonna type anything specific there. So if you can try and read that, I don't know what you're gonna understand there, but yeah, just try and do it for yourself. Okay, so now I'm playing with the lighting now. So the lighting is actually a bit too much, so I'm trying to see if I could add it or not. No, I'm gonna remove it. So I'm removing because it makes the product on its own to actually look a bit more faded. It might be realistic for you, but for me, the focus here, it's the product. So if we are actually having like a main focus, I feel like we need to make sure that we actually focus on the goal or the achievement whatsoever. So yeah, now going or moving forth, we're just gonna be dealing with seeing if everything is well placed and renaming our files or groups, because now it makes it easy when you want to fix something. Like, for example, I just spotted something here. we can see the reflection of this product in front of this crystal, which is not realistic. So it's much easier for me now to deal with this part, because why? I know where it is, you know. If I never name or rename anything, I would be checking each and every layer. But because I know where it is, I just go straight into it. So here I'm trying to deal with it, and I'm trying to see. Also, I noticed that the product on its own, it doesn't have like a shadow. It's like it's floating, some sort, you know. So, but we're just gonna try and deal with the reflection for now, because it also looks a bit unrealistic. It doesn't reflect the, like, should I say, the right direction or in the right proportion or perspective. Yeah, but it just doesn't look realistic to me. So I'm trying to find ways I could actually make it look more realistic. So I did figure out, so I'm just gonna use this rep tool. So I don't play much with the corners. The reason why I don't play much with the corners, because it's a bit tricky to align them. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like aligning them from both sides, it's not easy. So I felt like, let me not touch it. And it looks perfect. According to me, it looks okay, not perfect, because I can still spot that it's actually not really on the ground, because the product on its own, it doesn't have its own shadow. But hopefully it's not gonna look too bad. So here I'm trying to remove this reflection in front of this, because the stone is actually in front, the crystal is actually in front, so nothing else should actually be reflected. So I'm just gonna fix that. Don't forget to save your file each and every time you get to change anything there, because hey, you'd be surprised. Anything can happen, so you can just imagine. So this is my favorite part now, as you can see. So now we are adding lighting. So we put this thing on screen so that it actually kind of adds in as a light. As you can see, everywhere there's glow, that's where we're going to actually apply this this filter. Yeah. So now I just did an inverted thingy. So to invert your mask, you actually click into Control I to invert everything. For example, if you put it in there, then you say Control I, it actually hides it. It's as if it hides it, but it just makes it black, because the opposite of white is black. If you need more clarity on that, please do comment. I can actually share clear tutorial. So this one is not actually like a full tutorial, guys, please don't get me wrong. I was just trying to show you how I actually got to achieve this product design. Yeah. So yeah, so here we're just adding some details, some lighting, and then we're gonna add some, see if we can add some blur. So here we're adding blur. Why? Because we're trying to actually make a focus point more clear than anything else on the poster, of which it creates like some sort of like a depth of field, you know, so that the focus mainly becomes on the product on its own, you know. So I'm just gonna see if it looks perfect. If it does, then I'm just gonna save it. You can just play around with this. Usually it's not necessary to add so many points like this to actually have focus point, because realistically, like an eye or a camera doesn't work like this, you know. They usually just one focus, but luckily Photoshop has that, so we are able to do anything that we want. So make use of that. So here I grouped my files, and then I converted it into a smart object. So this one is like a complete photo of my project, and then I'm gonna group it once again. Then I'm just gonna see if I could save the actual product. So the one that is underneath the group 7 now, it's gonna be the actual project. So, and then I'm gonna save the one on top so that I can put it on camera raw filter. So camera raw filter allows you to actually edit your project or your file or whatsoever image try and work with your exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, and all of that to create a certain mood or feel, or you can work around with your temperature. It's really amazing. It's really amazing just to add like it's like a cream on the top, you know. So yeah, we're just gonna add some detail sharpening, noise reduction. Let me see if I can reduce some noise. Actually, there isn't much noise there. So the thing about like this thing, it actually shows you behind the scenes, so don't be surprised about whatever that is happening. Like I see that you can see almost like all these things, like it just shows you the behind the scene, because there's always the behind the scene of everything. So whoever watch this video now, they know how is the behind the scene of this photo if you'll be seeing it on social media. But anyways, moving forward now, if you can see, I'm just playing around with it, seeing which one is most suitable for this. Sometimes your editing might be a bit too much, so you can decrease your opacity. Try and make it more settled. You know, the less complicated it looks, the more realistic it becomes. So that's the art of it. So I'm just gonna see if I can save it and see if I could just see it as a photo, or the final product. Actually, let me see if I can save it as a JPEG here, view it. Okay, so another thing I just spotted, that the same complaint that I had, like it's floating. The product doesn't have its own shadow, but it's not a problem. It still looks good. It still looks good. So yeah guys, I hope you actually like this. So if you actually liked the video and you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel just for future videos. Thank you very much. See you on the next one.